you caught everyone by surprise by going straight to the bench after scoring that header. What was your thinking behind that, or the significance of it, to it?
Well, we caught everyone by surprise. Probably put me on the back post, which was a little planned play. I mean, that stuff, obviously that was from training ground, so I feel like you work on that all the time, and it hardly ever comes off. Like, someone messes it up, the ball's off, or, something happens. But, yeah, Vlatko drew up a pretty good play, so got to give him the assist on that.
Yeah, he said after when we talked to him, he said that it was something they drew up, and some players expressed skepticism about it, and then you just...
Myself being one of them. I'm like, okay, what? I think they're going to probably mark me, but okay. Credit to Steph. I mean, she played the perfect ball, just an unbelievable ball. Whipped in like that, away from Abby, far enough, because I think it was Becca Moros who was on the post. So I kind of just snuck back there. But yeah, it was one of those fun training ground plays.
And beyond that, the game was pretty physical, much different than your first encounter with them a couple of weeks ago. Your overall thoughts on the game tonight?
Yeah, being at sea level helps with everyone being able to run around a little bit more. It was still pretty cagey, I think. I mean, I think both teams are very thoughtful tactically and play sort of more of that style. So I think we were still kind of trying to figure out, but I definitely felt like in the second half things started to open up for us a little bit more, and finding those little pockets to play in. I think we could have done a lot better. I thought there was a lot more space to play and we looked a little tight at times. But I don't know if that was a little bit of fatigue as well, obviously coming off the game on the weekend and knowing we have another one going to Chicago. But I think overall, really good step for us. I mean, that's a huge win against them. That's one of those sort of 6-point swings. Someone said Orlando lost tonight as well. So I think overall, at home, clean sheet, we're thrilled with the win.
In a pretty tight match, sometimes it's just a moment that takes it. You got that moment early in the second half when you scored, but also in the 76th, you tried a little chip across the box that just grazed the bar. Can you talk about what you're thinking in a tight match that leads you to kind of, or what you see when you attempt something like that?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to take advantage, like you said. I mean, it'll come down to moments. This is the kind of games you get, 2 or 3 good chances. We had a couple good chances. I had a really good chance in the first half that probably I should have put away. Katie Bowen got a touch on it kind of at the last minute. A-Rod had a couple good ones as well, but it does come down to those little moments. So I think, especially in the second half, thinking, not just to try to shoot it, but to try to take advantage of those moments and really make them count. They're very sound defensively. They're not going to, just give you one like some teams in this league will do. They're very sound and very disciplined. So, yeah, just that's kind of the only place that I could really put it. I think from that angle, I wasn't really going to be able to beat her in line. So she kind of gave me a little bit of that far post and just needed to get it a little lower.
There were a number of 0-0 matches May into June, and then there was this small cluster of home matches where you've got the late goal against Portland, got the goal tonight, the win the other night. What is it that's changed that's gotten you past that cluster of draws, and then suddenly it was 9 very important points at home in like a week and a half?
To be honest, I think coming back from international break was really difficult. I know for the players having to go and play qualifiers, those games are just intense. They have to travel so far. For us, we had a long camp, and I think sometimes they try to bring us in early to, and have us miss games here to try to save us, but then we end up being in camp a long time. So it just ends up being very long and tiring. So I think everybody kind of felt it. I know the U.S. players felt it from the camp. So just kind of trying to recover from that. We went straight from camp, went and played Washington, 3 days later, and then had to fly home. So I think it was just a little bit of catch up in trying to get our feet back under us and getting everyone back and healthy and feeling good and kind of catching our rhythm again.
With the short turnover between Saturday's match and tonight's match, there was obviously going to be some roster rotation. Obviously, Jess comes back. We know what she can bring on the field. But we also saw Adriana Leon get her start. What did you see from her she was on the opposite end of the other side of the field up in the wings with you. And that's normally Naho or Elizabeth Otto in there.
Yeah, I think she brings a little bit more speed and a little bit more directness than a Naho or an Otto. I mean, it's crucial to be able to play your bench. So you're not going to play 11 people or even 15 people all year and get by in this league. This league is absolutely insane. That's just never going to happen. You have to have people that not only come off the bench, but who can start and give you 60, start and give you 70, start and give you the whole game. You have to have people who, you know, people go down with injuries or whatever it is that come in and make a difference. So obviously, with Dre, she's still trying to, you know, kind of fit in and figure out exactly what we're doing. She only got here just a few weeks ago. So it was big minutes for her. I think she, you know, tactically in terms of game plan, did exactly what we were asking of her and gave us some really big minutes today.